So we're here in Beverly Hills with my friend Nathan Kruger, who I've known since 2004.
2002.
2002?
2002.
So I've known him for a long time. And it turns out we overlapped in LA because I lived here until 2013. But sometime in 2012, Nathan installed solar on the roof of his house. And I had no idea until like this week. So tell us about that, Nathan.
Well, about the time that you found out over beers?
No, tell us about the installation process.
Well, I was amazed to find out that you were launching a solar panel blog. So yeah. that is more shocking to me. So it was about 2011. I had 2 kids already and a 3rd kid on the way. And our energy bill, we're with Southern California Edison, or it's just Edison. And our bills were $160, $170 a month. And that was only with 2 kids. I was about to have a 3rd kid who's going to leave the lights on all the time. I don't know how I became aware of Solar City, but I did some comparison shopping. I think I probably just clicked on a banner ad. They were doing some hardcore advertising, and I remember there were some articles about Google investing in Solar City, and it seemed like something that could help me. So I looked into it. And you get a quote, I loaded in my last 12 months energy statement. And they do a calculation to really kind of do the cost benefit analysis to see if it makes sense. And with a $160 electrical bill, it makes sense.
So what did it do? So it looks like you got about 4 kilowatts on your roof, give or take.
Well, okay, so you being the owner of a blog that's focused on solar would know that. At the time I knew, I've had it for 4 years, and I mean, honestly, it becomes just in the background. You know, well, I think for me, I don't know the specs. It is a tool for just saving money. So I would say rather than addressing this on how many kilowatt hours or kilowatts I'm producing, I took my energy bill from $150 a month basically down to 0, and then I pay Solar City $70. So in a sense, I cut my bill down in half.
Excellent. So you're paying them $70, and that's for the equipment. It's a lease on the solar panels themselves.
Exactly.
And then what happens at nighttime though? You're using electricity now. It's nighttime. Your solar panels aren't working. How are you getting this energy?
Well, it would be great if Southern California or if Edison would hook up the battery pack, but I've applied for the battery pack which is the Tesla battery, which is in partnership with Solar City, and I got approved for that, but Edison wouldn't hook it up. So I wanted to spend a minute and tell you guys about my experience with the Tesla batteries. So I got my solar panels in 2012 from Solar City. I'm in Southern California, so I have SoCal Edison. So I was actually very excited because I was somehow selected to be one of 50 beta testers of the first Tesla battery that Solar City had brought to market. So I went through this process, filled out an application. They were actually going to help fund the monthly payment of this battery so I could test it. And I remember they said I was one of 50. I remember telling my wife I was very excited about it, and she couldn't care less. But the challenge is we were part of SoCal Edison, and they had to go through an application process with SoCal Edison to basically be able to hook it up. And so ultimately, SoCal Edison just denied the application. So, and they basically stood in the way of, I would say, 30 or 35 SoCal Edison customers to hook up the battery. So ultimately, out of this beta test of 50, there was about 7 or 8 in the whole state of California that got hooked up. I didn't get to try it out. So that's why today I still sell my power back to Edison at a tiny, tiny fraction of what it's really worth. And then I get to buy that energy back at 10 times that rate at 10 o'clock at night. So since I moved on to solar, they don't send me monthly bills. They actually would send me quarterly bills. So the billing process changes once you go into solar. There's a whole separate kind of account system for that. And typically there's either a credit or I get a $5 bill or a $20 bill depending. I wanted to show you guys just how I interact with Solar City. I'll show you the app, and by the way, I have an iPad here, which, complete tangent, which is cool because it attaches with a magnet to the wall, and this charges it 24/7, which is pretty cool. So this app is kind of like my interface for the whole house. But the one app that I use, of course, is Solar City, which it's not extremely functional and valuable, but what is cool is it just shows my daily production. So you can see it peaking here at noon and coming down at night. Here's the monthly view, which is pretty flat through the month of February. This is my production for the first 2 months of the year. And this is actually, I think, an interesting insight, which I only just looked at today, is this is when I had them installed in 2012, 2013, 14, 15, and 16. So you'll see over a 3-year period how efficiency has decreased from about 5.2 kilowatt hours to 5. So I don't know why that is, but I would expect that I probably need to have them cleaned. And that's what they said. They said you have to clean them annually. I've never cleaned them, although one time I did spray the hose up there, and that probably didn't clean them. Maybe I need some Windex or something. But clearly efficiency has declined, so I would expect 2016 to be below 5 kilowatt hours. And that's pretty much all I used the Solar City app for. Although I will say, I do find it cool that you can click near me, and then you can see all the people. I know this is small, it's hard to see. All the people in your neighborhood that have Solar City, and you can click on it and you can see how many kilowatts they're producing. So I'm at 3.44 kilowatts and my neighbor is at 7.9. So he's blowing me out of the water. He must have twice as many panels.
Now, given your experience with everything, would you recommend people put solar on their homes or no?
I mean, it's a no-brainer, it seems. I mean, it really depends on how much you're consuming. If you have a small house and you have a bill that's only $50 a month, and I can't convert that into kilowatt hours, but it typically doesn't make sense because the minimum is about 60 to 70 bucks to lease. So I would say if you've got a bill over $100 a month, you should definitely lease panels or potentially buy. But
yeah, well, that's something we'll cover at length, I think, as the videos progress. But thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks for your hospitality.
Of course. Anytime.